Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Heather with Freckle Fiber Arts, and I'm a company, well, I mean, it's just me. I'm just enjoying making products with yarn, and today's video is on a yarn haul at Hobby Lobby's yarn clearance. I realized I had a few skeins that I really didn't talk about. I picked up them, like one or two of them, and just to see how they worked up. And I did not talk about them in any of my videos. So I wanted to record this video, and this is like the odds and ends, I guess, of items that maybe I wasn't quite sure that I was going to like. So I just picked up one skein just to see how it worked up and what I made with it. So let's go ahead and get started. So in this video, I'm gonna go over all the yarns that are like I said, that I just got one or two of, and you know, what I have started making with them, or what I plan to make with them after kind of working with the yarn a little bit. So the first one, and I got the pink color before, and I wasn't quite sure if the yarn would hold together, but after making a hat with the pink one, it really did hold up well. So I went and got maybe a blue, this dark blue color. Well, actually, I think I already had this one. I didn't show it in my video, so I wanted to show it this time. But this was from the yarn haul at Hobby Lobby, and it is, the name of the yarn is Effortless Super Bulky, and this is Midnight, and there's 111 yards, 6 ounces. So there's information about the yarn. Here is the color. It's like this dark blue, and it has this like alpaca hair running through it. I'm not sure if you're not familiar with alpaca. Alpaca is a well, there's a picture of an alpaca behind me. They're beautiful little animals, and one thing about their hair is that it's not tightly spun. So whenever you see the word alpaca in there, just know that it's going to be running through, and it will come out because it's not tightly spun like wool yarns are normally. Some wool yarns are very tightly together. The wool kind of clings to itself, but with alpaca hair, you can see it's kind of coming out a little bit. That's normal. That's what you get when you put alpaca in with any type of yarn mixture. But it's mostly acrylic, at 80% acrylic, and it's just such a squishy yarn. It would be a great hat, or I was thinking about making a blanket with it if I have enough yarn. I was going to mix and match some of the colors. I've got this other one. It's exactly the same, but it's like a light blue with gray throughout it. And again, it has that same alpaca kind of running through it. It is a beautiful, it's really pretty yarn. It was originally $7.99, and it was reduced to $1.99. So I couldn't say no to it. It reminds me a lot of the Wool-Ease Thick and Quick, the way the yarn works up. However, Wool-Ease Thick and Quick does not have that alpaca hair that runs throughout it. Another ball, let me see, I forgot to, hold on you guys. Okay, so the other color that I found was this burgundy color, and I'm not really drawn to the burgundy, but I do have some family members that are like USC fans, and so that's what I thought of whenever I picked it up. I thought of maybe my sister or my brother. They both graduated from USC, and so this one is called Dark Carmen. I don't know, maybe I'm saying that wrong. And then the other light blue one was little stickers over it. I think it's Blue Sky, maybe something blue. But these were 3 different colors I got with the same kind of, the same bulkiness, the same fibers throughout, just the 3 different colors, and they were really beautiful. I can't wait to make like winter stuff with those. Probably not a shawl with it because it's so big, but maybe a blanket. I did finish my willow blanket the other day, and it turned out really pretty, and I did use like a yarn from Joann's that was like Wool-Ease Thick and Quick, and it worked up really like voluptuous. This is a very beautiful color. And so here's the blanket that has like that similar type of yarn throughout it. All right, so that was my kind of thicker Wool-Ease kind of yarn that I know I'm going to use up quick, just because it's so thick and the yardage isn't a lot. So another thick one that I found, and I've never worked with this before, it's 100% polyester. It is Chunky and Cozy Rose quartz. And so it has, I guess it does look like rose quartz. It has like this very blush pink color throughout with this tan or white, I guess off-white kind of color running through it. It is 58 yards and 227 grams, 8 ounces. And I forgot to tell you the other yarns information. The size knitting needles for this one would be size 17, which is huge, and size 11 for your crochet hook. And there's the information. Hopefully hopefully you can see it. Actually, I think it's in reverse. And then, but I've never worked with a polyester yarn, but that was a few of the other yarns that I picked up did have like polyester and nylon in them, which I've never worked with before. It's very squishy. It reminds me of like a robe, like a bathroom robe, but what I wanted to make with this was like a squishy for my kids. They're really getting into these amigurumi like squishy kind things, so I've been making those a lot, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to learn how to crochet. Another color that I got too, and I just got those two, and like I said, I didn't show them last time because I just wasn't sure if I was going to take them back or not. This is Goldmine, and this is Chunky and Cozy again. Same specs. It was $9.99, and it is $2.49 now, and it's the same as the rose gold or the rose one. So I thought I would use both of them kind of together, maybe to make like some kind of stuffed animal for my kids. It's nice and squishy, and there's all the information on it. And $2.49, I couldn't say no to it because it's so clearanced out. All right, the previous yarn, I want to make sure that you hear all this. The US knitting needle size is 15, and the crochet hook is also 15. And so that was the information on the last yarn that I just read through. And if you want to look, I just love this yarn. I always end up using it. All right, the next one, the next couple of yarns I'm going to talk about, I only got one skein of them. And like I said, it was just mainly because they were on sale and I wanted to try out the yarn just to see if I liked it. And I still haven't gotten a chance to work with it yet, but I will, and I'm going to record like a video on that as I go through and use them. All right, one of the yarns that I picked up, okay, my daughter came in, she was asking for Pringles for breakfast. I was like, no, thank you, no Pringles for breakfast. So the next one that I'm going to talk about is, I really like the way it feels. It's 50% acetate, 50% acrylic. It's 100 grams. It is 145 yards. Knitting size is 8. I always gravitate towards knitting needles of size 8. For your crochet hook is size 9. And it was originally $5.99, and it was reduced to $1.49. I could really only find one of these. And it's called Studio 72, and it's navy. And so there's the information about it. And it's kind of fallen apart. I did grab it because it was like the last band. I thought, oh, I don't have this one. I'll go ahead and try it on an amigurumi and see how it works up. Like I said, I don't know what acetate is really, and it doesn't sound very good, to be honest. But I do know what acrylic yarn is, and usually it works up pretty well, and it holds the color, it doesn't bleed. So, but I will be working this one up just to see how it works out. I can see like it working up actually nice and neat, and it doesn't seem like it would split at all. It looks like it's very tightly spun together, and I like the dark navy color. I normally, when I go yarn shopping, I always buy like these bright colored things that are like rainbow colors throughout, and then I never know what to do with them, and I end up using like the solid colors the most because that's what a lot of patterns call for when I'm working up like animals or anything like that. So really this right here, I'll probably end up using way before these beautiful yarns that I picked up. So anyways, I'm really excited about using this. I'm sad there was only one skein. I wish there would have been one more, and that's all that was left. The next one that I'm going to talk about, and I've seen a lot of people use this in their yarn hauls or show this off in their yarn hauls, is the Feeling Chunky, and it's another like a dark kind of navy. It's Dark Denim is the name of it, and it is the Yarn Bee. It was originally $4.99, and now clearancing out at $1.24. I couldn't say no. I wanted to try this one before, but I didn't pick it up. It's 100% cotton, and it is much thicker than the other cotton yarns that I got. It's a US size 10, and knitting needles would be a K or a 10.5. and I mean crochet hooks are 10 or 10 and a half. And knitting needles are 10, size 10. So that's a big it's a big needle that you're gonna be using. And then the yards are 75 yards. I don't know, amigurumi, because I don't have that much left. It is man-made US fibers, and it is similar to, let's see, I would say it's similar to now I can't think of it, the name of it. It is, I have them right behind me. I've got them. They're like, sugar wheel cotton. It reminds me of the sugar wheel cotton, but much thicker, I guess. So the way it feels. But it is another like navy color. So, and it's solid. I like that. I will end up probably, like I said, using this up before I use up some of my bright colored yarn that I picked up. All right, the next one that I've got is another cotton yarn, and now I've lost the band. Let's see. No chips for breakfast. Don't ask. My son just came in and asked for chips for breakfast. Oh my goodness. You guys, cereal or fruit and fruit. That's it. The end. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. The other one I got is, it's a pure black, and I saw this when I went in the other time, and it's got fuzz on it now because I've been working with it. Like I said, the solid colors I end up working with so much more. So this is saffron, I can't even say the name. I've seen other people with this haul, with their hauls, and they've gotten this yarn. It's 100% cotton, I'm pretty sure. Let me read through it and see what it says. Oh, it's made in Mexico. I was wondering about that. It is, where are you? Where's the information on this? I guess maybe it's in the inside. And I can't hand wash or machine wash on cold water. I cannot find the information about the yarn. I don't know why. It says a cotton. Oh, it's mercerized cotton. So this I bought, and I wasn't sure about buying it because, you know, it's not pretty. It's just black. Black's pretty, but you know, what am I going to do with it? And I've used this so many times already for eyes. So let me show you. I've been trying to make an Eevee for my daughter. It's not really turning out great. I can't get the yarn to do what the book says it should do. I also used the wrong type of yarn, I think. But this is the eyes I've been using, and then to embroider the face. This yarn works great for it. So I'm glad that I found it. It was originally $6.49, and then it was $1.62. Couldn't pass it up. There were maybe like 2 others, so I picked up all 3 of them, thinking that I would not use them, and I've used these so much already. And they're really just a good yarn to have around, especially if you create animals or amigurumis. It's just a really sturdy yarn too. So what I've noticed is that it's not great on your hands. It doesn't feel great, but it doesn't feel horrible. It's just a cotton yarn that's not real soft, but it's sturdy. And so I really do like that. I will probably eventually, after I work through some of my stash, I will probably get more colors like this, just so I can work embroidering on the faces. And maybe that's not the right thing to do, but that's what I've noticed that I could do with this yarn, which is a good yarn. All right, to go to like my thinner yarns, since we're talking about thinner yarns, I did find this sock yarn, and it is all jacked up, but I got it anyways. It is 93% acrylic, and whatever PBT is, it's 7% of that. I just like the colors in it, and I thought it would be good for maybe even some kind of like sock animal or some kind of like squishy animal. I just like the way the colors looked throughout it too. So all those nice blues, and it is, let me see, wool-free socks. So, and it was originally $4.99. I got it for $1.25. Like I said, I just couldn't pass it up. It was, I know I'll eventually do something with it, And like I said, I do like all the colors throughout it, and it's very soft. It feels very soft. It's machine wash and tumble dry, and it is a fine 1 weight. And the crochet hooks are 3.5, and the needles would be US size 2. So crochet hook, it would be E or 4. So this is a small yarn. Like I said, I'm probably going to create like some kind of stuffed animal with it, just because of the colors throughout it, and see how it works out. But it is extremely soft, and I just didn't want to leave him behind. He was the only one left, and so I've grabbed him. All right, so there's a couple of yarns that I'm going to talk about right now that I did not know if I would use them, but then I started to use I started to use some of them on like animals, so I figured I'd pick up a few more colors, and that would be the kind of wool, or the little faux fur. And one of the ones I got is Go for Faux Sparkles, I think that's what it says. It's a Lion brand, and I'm always impressed with the Lion brand yarn. It has sparkles throughout. It seems like it's really good. None of the fur is like coming off of it. It was originally, let me see. Oh, it doesn't have an original price on it, at least on this one. And I only grabbed one, but the reduced price is $1.74. Lion brand, like I said, is the brand name, and that is the yarn. I use it for like bunny tails, and so that's what I've realized. I used one that was similar to it without the sparkles in it as a bunny tail, and it worked out really well, so I grabbed one of those. And then I also wanted to grab some different colored ones. So these were 100% polyester, 100 grams, 98 yards. But like I said, I'm going to use these in like, I did not get a whole lot of it at all. I just wanted to get some different colors, so I got a purple and a pink. Okay, and let's see, this one's just like a nice little purple. This one I got, but in brown, I guess, or like, it was like, I don't remember the exact name of the color. This one is Lovely Lilac, and it's Snuggle Up is the name of the brand, or the name of the yarn. And again, I got Soft Pink and Snuggle Up. This is 3.5 ounces and 98 yards. And like I said, I'll just end up using these for like tails on little amigurumis, and I got them for 99 cents. $3.99 originally, 99 cents. So even if I use a little bit of it, it was totally worth it on like little animals that I'm going to be creating. So there we go. And I don't have the bunny left because I gave it to someone that my husband works with. All right, another one that I wanted to pass up, but I couldn't because my daughter Chloe, she fell in love with it, and I said, all right, we will get it. Okay, and it's this huge yarn right here. It has got these colors throughout it. My sister-in-law also picked it up, and she tried to make a blanket with it, but she said that it didn't turn out really that well. But this is originally, let me see, this one's Chunky Spiral We Dream in Color is the name of it, and it is, I mean, it is huge, 15 millimeters or size 19 crochet or knitting needles, and size P/Q crochet hook. It is 497 grams and 120 yards, and it does have acrylic, 60% acrylic, 28% polyamide, and 12% wool. Okay, so the goal is for this sucker is to turn it into a spinning project. I've never spun yarn before, but I love all things fiber arts, so it's on my list of things to try. And originally $19.99, and it is now $4.99. I think I'm gonna try the spinning thing. Maybe it will help me save some money, or I might find something that I love in addition to what I already know and love. So I think I'm gonna try spinning this, and I've already kind of looked up the like little wooden hand spinner, and I feel like I could make that, so I'm gonna try to make it. And because I do also work with wood, and I really enjoy that as well, so I might try to create a hand spinner so I can try and spin this and see, you know, if I like spinning yarn. Okay, and plus I feel like this is just too thick. It's just too big. But Chloe, she wanted it, and she'd been waiting for it to go on sale. We've been looking at this all year long, and she's like, Mom, if it goes on sale, can we get it? $4.99. I couldn't say no to my daughter, especially when it comes to fiber arts. Okay, all right, let's keep going. Got a few more to show you and a few more to tell you about too, because I've kind of worked with a few of them. And so this was one, I've been looking for some red yarn to make a Santa hat, and you can see this is so soft and squishy. It is 100% acrylic. Even though it feels almost like it has some wool in it, it does not. It is super soft. It's Tender Touch, and the name of it is, let me see. Oh my goodness, it's like stuck over top of it. Pony? I can't read the name of the yarn, but it's Tender Touch. It's a very dark. It's like a Christmassy red, and I was looking for like a red to make a hat for my father-in-law, and so I feel like this is a good one that I'm going to be working with. It has a pattern in the label. It is a yarn bee. Oh, here, this is what I was looking for. 85 grams and 135 yards. I did score this one. It was $3.99, and I got it for 99 cents. So this was a great one. I found 3 of them. So this will be turned into a hat, I believe. All right, so the next one that I'm gonna show you, and in fact, hold on, let me make sure I have all of them. Okay, I am gonna show you 3 different colors that I found. I'm gonna say that I scored them. I scored them later on. I went back to Hobby Lobby, and I wasn't quite sure. I was just looking for that chunky red yarn, and anyway, so I found that, but I also found some I Love This chunky, and I wasn't gonna buy any of this, but it was, it's like the end of the sale, and they put it out, and it's kind of, some of the skeins are messed up, but my sister-in-law, she had bought this yarn right here when we went out shopping, and she didn't have enough to finish her project, so I did pick up some of this for her. It is I Love This chunky. It has like these pinks and grays and yellows throughout. It's 100% acrylic. It feels very similar to the Tender Touch. So I don't know if that's like their yarn bee version of I Love This chunky, but it is super soft. Let's see the grams. I like to compare. So let's see what it's like. Actually, Tender Touch is a little bit softer and a little bit thinner. Just a little bit. Yeah, the yardage is different too. So you have 109 yards versus 135 yards for the Tender Touch. So this one less yardage, but there's more grams, 100 grams. So I'm assuming that all of the knitting, probably the knitting and the crochet, so is going to be different. Size 10 for your knitting needles and size 10.5 for your crochet hook. So yeah, this yarn's a little bit thinner. You get more in the ball. Thicker, less. Okay, that makes sense. So I've got these beautiful, like, I don't know, I think they kind of remind me of the beach kind of colors. If it had, like some, it has like coral in there and some yellows, and it knits up very pretty. She was making a crochet blanket. I also got this color, same, I'm feeling chunky, and I actually bought this yarn before when it was not, I guess, it wasn't the chunky version of this, it was just the regular. I actually knitted up my very first scarf with this same color. So I grabbed these. They were originally $4.99, and I got them for $1.24 each. I also found this gray, and this one I was hoping that it would work up with the red. Tender Touches was called Heathered Gray. And same specs as before. I'm feeling chunky. It was $4.99 and I got it for $1.24. But this is just gray. And like I said, I wanted to work it up with the red, or I could kind of mix it with maybe this, or even possibly and I don't know if I read this color out to you. Painted Canyon was the name of this one. And I really like this yarn. I like the colors that came out. They're very Mojave, I guess. I don't know. I just really like them. So I figured I could work up something with either these two or maybe even with these two right here. Okay. All right. So moving along, let's go ahead and talk about 2 other yarns I wasn't quite sure I would like. So the first one was this Pursuit Forever Plush. It is 3.5 ounces, 169 yards. And Forever Plush is like velvet, but like a thinner velvet than what I'm used to seeing. And it's spun with 3 strands of yarn. And in fact, I started to crochet with it so that I could see what it would work up. I thought elephant maybe. So I just got 1 or 2 of these. And like I said, I didn't do it in my previous hauls because I wasn't sure if I was going to keep it or I was going to pass it on to somebody else. But actually, when I started working with it, it's probably one of my favorite velvet yarns now, and I'm sad it's going away. It's 100% polyester. I've never worked with, or I can't think of polyester that I've used, but you use size 9 knitting needles, size 10.5 crochet hook. And like I said, I'm going to do this a yarn tutorial, or I guess review on this one, I think, because I'm making something with it now. Elephant is what I was thinking of making, and that's what I kind of started out, but I wanted to wash it first, see how it washed up. And like I said, it's spun. It has 3 strands, which can be kind of frustrating because they do come undone. I don't know if I said the name of this. Yeah, I did, Forever Plush. I think they're discontinuing this yarn. I think they are. So I think they're discontinuing it, which I'm not going to be bummed out about. I'm picky with yarn. I don't like the ones that come undone like this. And you can see it's coming undone on the end. So when I'm like crocheting with it, sometimes my hook goes through the strand, it splits. And I really don't like that it does that, but I'm going to try to work with it a little bit more and see if I like it. It was $4.99. I got it for $1.24. And if I don't like it, I only got 2. So I'm not real bummed out about it. But if I do like it, I'm going to be sad that they're discontinuing it. But I have a feeling that I'm not, just because of the way the strands are working up so far. So that was Forever Plush, and it will be an elephant soon, I'm pretty sure. And it is like a velvet yarn. All right, my next one is one that I passed up the first time, and then I came back and there was a bunch of them left. So I was like, well, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and just get them and make something special with it. It's the Soft and Sleek. It is low pill fiber, and it was $3.99. I got it for 99 cents, and 99% of it is low pill acrylic, and then it has 1% metallic polyester, which is, I'm gonna have to say, is spun nicely. You guys did a good job with this one. And I have Soft and Sleek. Oh wait, knitting needles. You got size 8. Love that. Love that. Size J crochet hook. It is 186 yards. Also really like that. And grams are 114. So this yarn is, I'm gonna have to say, for an acrylic, I really like the way, and I've already worked it up into a pattern, or not into a pattern, but into like a little swatch that I'm going to wash, and it works up. I just couldn't stop. I was just going to do like a circle and throw it in the wash, see how but I just kept going with it. It's really sturdy for having that sparkle throughout, and you can see it, for having that sparkle going all the way around it and in it. It does not unravel easily. At least to me. I've worked with some acrylic yarns with sparkle in it, and it just completely comes off of the yarn, and I have to, it's like working with 2 different yarns, and it just doesn't want to stay together. But with this one, it stayed really nicely together. I mean, there were some situations where it did come off, but it wasn't like, I'm trying to think, even my wool yarns with the sparkle throughout it, it comes out really bad with the wool yarn. The little metallic spin with it, especially when I'm knitting. Maybe it works better with crochet, and maybe that's why this worked out really well. Maybe I should try knitting with this and see if the metallic comes out, because I've only knitted with metallic sparkle running throughout up until right now, up until this point when I crocheted this triangle. And so maybe that's why. I don't know, but I have not been a fan of sparkly yarn because it's so frustrating to work with, and I don't like splitting to occur. And it definitely splits when you have sparkle or metallic running through it, but this one did not. So I was really, really pleased, and I can't wait to work something up with this yarn and love on it. Even if I don't give it away, I have something in mind for a family member, but I'm not sure if I'll get a chance to work on it. But this yarn I really, really, really liked. Soft and sleek, low pill fiber. I really wish I had some different colors of it, but black with sparkle, I mean, I love it. I think it's great. I think I scored with this. So if you got that same yarn and you can tell me what you made with it, I'd love to hear about it. All right, so we're getting a little bit close to the end, and I know this video is taking a little bit longer, but I think some of you might, I appreciate it when people talk about the yarn and talk about what they've worked with it, because then I can get inspired by what I might do. So I've got three more I want to talk about, and then one of them has like 4 different colors. So let me talk about this one real quick, because I feel like I might have just snuck by and got this and I shouldn't have gotten it. But this is called Breathe Deep, and I don't know if I've seen anybody with this, but it's Soft Pink is the name of it. It's a 216 yards, which is, wow, that's a lot of yardage. And it was $3.99 and now on sale for 99 cents. 100% polyester. I think I already told you this. Well, it is 100 grams too. So 216 yards. Wow. Size 7 knitting needles, size G-6 crochet hook. And I got that plush pink. I love this yarn. Love it. And I went online because I want to know if they're going to discontinue it, because then I'll go back and see if I can find more. I only had this one because that's all I bought. I didn't know if I would like working with the polyester. I haven't washed it yet, but I'm going to. I've already made one project with it. That's why it looks kind of slim. This is such an amazing yarn to work with. I loved it. It worked up really nice. It's tight. It doesn't split. You can see the end. Let it focus. And I don't know, it just worked up so nice. I made like a little bunny with it, and I still have enough to make something else with it. I went online to look to see if there was any more, and they have a lot more colors, and they are not clearancing this yarn out. So my heart just got really big. I'm gonna go get some as soon as my stash gets a little bit lower, maybe around December. I'll start back, maybe picking up some more skeins of yarn. This is what I'm gonna go for. Hobby Lobby, you did good with this one. Breathe Deep, Yarn Bee, and I want to see more colors so I can make more little animals with it. But I loved Breathe Deep, and I'm glad they're not discontinuing it, unless I'm wrong. But I've been to a couple, like I went to our Hobby Lobby and they didn't mark Breathe Deep down. Like it wasn't on sale, but the other one that's close to my house, they had this one skein and then nothing else. So I don't know, maybe they are. Maybe you guys can tell me more about it. I love this yarn. I love it. Absolutely love it. And I'm glad, I hope they're not clearancing it and discontinuing it, because I really do like this yarn. It works up really nice. And okay, so that being said, the other one that I was really, really bummed out about, okay, I was really bummed out, was this Lush Loft yarn, and you can see it's like this furry kind of yarn. And like I've said before, I don't like working with furry yarn because it's really hard for me to see where my stitches are, but I'm gonna have to say they did a good job with this one. It's a little bit furry. It's perfect. It's like stretchy. It's 100% nylon. I have not washed it, but I have started working up because I've got these two right here. It's so squishy. It's so soft. I actually made one swatch already and my kids stole it and they took it. So I haven't had a chance to wash it yet to see how it'll wash up. But it's just so soft and squishy. I cannot wait to make something with this, like a little animal for my kids. And I loved this yarn. I really wish I had known about it before they clearanced it out. So it was $5.49 and I got it for $1.67, I think. It's starting to like rub off. but I got the mustard color, and it is size 8 knitting needles, which I love, J hook for crochet, and 100% nylon. And so I love this. I had only gotten this one, and me and my kids were like, they just fell in love with it. I fell in love with it. They wanted me to make stuff with it, but I only had the yellow color, and when I went to go look online, it was gone. So that lets me know that they are discontinuing the yarn, and my heart sank. And I went on Etsy and I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and buy some. And I don't know if you know this, but whenever a yarn gets discontinued and people post on Etsy, they jack up the prices really high. It's even higher than the $5.49 sometimes, and it's just heartbreaking to me because I was like, oh, I was right there. I could have gotten more, but now they're all gone. Like, they were all gone out of the store. So me and my kids went on a mission, and I know I shouldn't have, but we went on a mission to go hunt down some of this yarn. And so we went to one that was a little bit further from my house, and I told them we wouldn't go back, but I had to, and they were like, yes, let's go see if we can find some more of it. And so we went, and I was thrilled. We found some more colors, and so we got these 3 colors, and it was olive was one of the colors that we got, and it's so soft and so pretty. I love the olive color. And there was also this nice bluish color. It's called chambray, and it is so pretty and it's so soft. And then there is maroon was the other color that we got, and we really just lucked out. So if you guys have any of these in your haul and you haven't made anything with it yet, please send me a picture once you do, or tell me what you have made with this yarn. And but it's called Lush Loft. Okay, all right, so that's the end of my yarn haul. And if there are any yarns that maybe you want to know more about, or maybe I didn't show you a good enough picture, please let me know. But before I go, I have one more to show you, because I went back and looked at my videos, and I'm like, I don't know how I missed this one.
I found it under the couch.
All right, my kids are going crazy. They're having a catastrophe on candy right now. So I'm gonna have to go. But before I do, I am gonna show you one other yarn I forgot to talk about, and it was the electric. It was one of the hand-dyed yarns, and I think what happened is that I only got one skein of it, but my daughter started working it up, and we found another one, and I wasn't sure I was gonna like it, so I didn't get any of the ones before, but once she started working it up, it was so pretty, and then I found another one, and we just are gonna work with it. All right, so anyways, here is the yarn all kind of wound up. It is beautiful. I love the electric. So I wish I had more of them so that I could make like a scarf with it, but I don't know. I probably don't have enough. Maybe with the 2 I have enough to make like a hat or maybe a shawl. I don't know. We're gonna play around with the yarn and see, but it's just really, really pretty. It's the authentic hand-dyed yarn. It is hand-dyed chunky, and they're superwash merino wool, 100 grams, 110 yards. I guess I have enough to make like a small shawl with that if I knit it. So size 10 knitting needles, and then 10.5K crochet hook. Anyways, thanks for joining me on this haul, and please come back, like, subscribe to my channel. Let me know if you have any suggestions on what I should work up with the yarn. Let me know what you got as far as hauls go, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Like I said, like, subscribe to my channel, and come on back for more videos. Okay, I'm recording this section because I did not know this, and I talked to one of my Hobby Lobby friends that works in the yarn section. Well, actually she runs the register, and she was telling me that if I had bought any of the clearance yarn and I want to return it, apparently you can return it. I thought once you bring it home, like you're done, you can't return it anymore. But apparently you can, because I was telling her that I wish I had gotten more of this yarn and not that yarn, because I've already started working with it. But you can return it. And she even told me that if you do return it, someone else might get it and love on it more than you thought you would, if I said that right. So if you don't like some of the yarn you got, see if your Hobby Lobby will take it back and return it. And then that way somebody else can have a chance to get that yarn. And you know, maybe you won't have, I don't know. I bought stuff that I knew I would use, but then I picked up a few that I'm like, I thought I would like this and I'm just not liking it. And so that was the reason why I wanted to record this. So if you've got some yarn and you're like, well, I bought a bunch of this and I'm not sure if I'm going to use it anymore, take it back and see if your Hobby Lobby will take it back. My lady at the register said, like, we'll take it back because someone else will love on it. And then maybe somebody that didn't get there in time will get a chance to pick up some really discounted yarn. And so, anyways, I wanted to let you know that. So if you did overbuy this year, take some of it back so that somebody else could get a chance to have some, or somebody else can love on the yarn that you maybe thought you'd love on and you just are like, yeah, I don't like it that much. So anyways, I thought I would add that to my little video. All right, y'all have a lovely day. Like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you later.